Wise. Amuksism go how you. I shall let him out to that wasn't. I'm a little while Adaawx you get us the caught. Listen to what I tell you. I want to tell you a story of the good things that happened to the ancestors long ago. My name is David Robert Boxley. I'm from Metlakatla, Alaska. I belong to the Wolf Clan. I'm going to tell the story, Txaamsm releases the light. In the beginning, the world was in total darkness. One day, Txaamsm, the giant, was walking along the beach, and he stubbed his toe on a rock. He was very angry that he didn't have any light to see. So he went and called to his friend the frog.
Ouch! I have just stubbed my toe horribly. There is no light, so I cannot see where I am going. I will find my friend Frog. She will know about this.
So he went and called to his friend the frog. Hey, Frog, where is the light? Well, Txaamsm, Frog said, you can find it in the house of the chief of the sky. Fly to the sky world and you will find his house.
Hello, Frog. I have just stubbed my toe and there is no light, so I cannot see. Where is the light?
Well, Txaamsm, it is down the river with this beautiful fire that has the light. Follow the river, gazing over, and then reach it up.
Txaamsm went on his journey to find the great chief who held the light. He came upon a big house. He sat and he watched, and soon he noticed a girl come out to get water. Every day she would come to the river and get water, and every day Txaamsm would try to follow her. But the house had no doors, and the woman would never go back in the same way.
I cannot follow her into the chief's house. Every time she enters, it's through a different door. It's just not possible.
Now Txaamsm was a trickster, as well as a supernatural being, and could do many things. He could transform into whatever he wanted. He decided he would turn himself into a pine needle and float down the river, and end up in the girl's bucket.
I must transform myself into something she will unknowingly carry. I've got it! I will transform myself into a pine needle.
He did this. He turned himself into a pine needle and floated down the river. She didn't notice that pine needle, and she took a drink and swallowed Txaamsm.
I'm thirsty. I think I'll have a quick drink of this fresh water. Perfect.
Once inside, he turned into a baby. When the chief found out, he was very happy. He was going to have a grandchild.
My belly is getting bigger. I don't know what Father will think. I don't think he'll like it.
Daughter, is your belly getting bigger?
Yes, Father, it is. Are you upset with me?
No! This is a very joyous occasion. The birth of a grandchild. And it's time to celebrate. I'm so overjoyed.
Oh, good, Father. I'm so pleased.
Well, time came and Txaamsm was born. He was a small little baby, and every day the chief would come over, stand on his feet, and grab his arms to stretch him out.
My baby grandson.
Baby got
You're getting so big.
bigger and bigger every day. The chief was very happy with his grandson, and he made him many toys to play with.
Here's another toy I've just finished making. It's a deer. Do you like it?
This was fine for Txaamsm, but he remembered why he was there. He wanted to release the light to the rest of the world. Txaamsm looked all around, and he spotted 3 boxes on a high shelf in the back of the house. He started to reach for the boxes, trying as hard as he could to reach them, when his grandfather said, "No, no, no, baby. You can't have that. It's too precious for you to play with." Txaamsm, like any baby would, threw a tantrum and cried.
My life here with the chief and his daughter is nice and comfortable, but I must remember that I'm here for a very important reason. To release the light to the rest of the world. I must figure out where the chief keeps the light. I see those 3 boxes up there. Maybe that's where the light is kept. I'll see if I can reach them.
No, no, baby grandson. Those are far too precious for you to be playing with.
The grandfather couldn't stand hearing his grandson cry, so he said, "Okay, grandson, you can have the box to play with." And he took the smallest of the 3 boxes down to give to his grandson. Txaamsm was very happy. He started playing with the box, and he shook the box. While he was playing with the box, as most adults do, the chief got busy and wasn't paying attention.
Okay, baby grandson. I cannot bear to hear you cry anymore. You may play with this one.
It was then that Txaamsm opened the box, and the stars came out and went up through the smoke hole.
No, 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 baby grandson. Those 3 precious boxes were given to me. I was supposed to hold on to them and protect them until I'm given permission to let them go. It's okay.
Well, it wasn't long before Txaamsm wanted the second box. He reached for it, but couldn't quite get it. Again, threw a tantrum and yelled. The chief could stand it no more. He took the box and he pushed the lid down tightly so the baby couldn't open it as easily as he had the first one. This was the box with the moon in it.
No, 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 baby grandson. Okay, baby grandson. Oh. Can I bear to hear you cry? You may play very carefully with this one, baby grandson. Carefully.
Well, Txaamsm was happy playing with the box, and he was shaking the box and hitting it like a drum. When the chief wasn't looking, he would try to open the lid of the box so he could let out the moon. Well, the chief started doing all the things he normally does around the house, and he forgot all about Txaamsm and the box with the moon in it. Txaamsm tried with all his might, and he finally got the lid off, and up through the smoke hole went the moon. The chief was very angry that he'd lost the moon.
Not another one, baby grandson. Ah, I'm so upset with you. It's okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I got so upset. I tightened that lid so well. I'm just disappointed.
After a few days, the chief wasn't angry with his grandson anymore. Txaamsm again was playing with his toys, and he spotted the last and largest box up on the shelf. As much as he wanted the box, the grandfather would reply, "No, no, baby, you can't have that. It's far too precious." Txaamsm cried and cried for the box, and finally his grandfather gave in, but this time he pushed the lid down tight, and he tied a cedar bark rope around the box so his grandson could not open the box at all. Txaamsm was very happy. He went and played with the box, and he shook the box and hit it like a drum. He started chewing on the rope so he could open the box. He kept trying everything he could to open the box.
No, 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 baby grandson. No, no, no. No, no, no. You be very, very careful, baby grandson. This is the last box.
He had managed to chew through the rope, and he started to open the box lid. He had seen no use to remain in his baby form, so he transformed himself into a raven and took the sun and started to fly up to the smoke hole.
I don't need to be in the form of a baby any longer. I will now transform myself into a raven and fly out of here with the light.
Well, the smoke hole was a little too small for him, and he got stuck. In those days, ravens' feathers were white. As he tried to free himself, he got black soot all over him, and it turned his feathers black. That is why ravens have black feathers. He got free of the smoke hole and released the sun, filling the world with light.
Txaamsm, and I'm going to tell the story of Txaamsm and Tide Woman. One day Txaamsm was flying around and he looked upon the earth and noticed that they could only get food from the beach once a month when the moon was very full.
Wow, I see that the tide is low once a month, and the people can only gather their food once a month. That is not fair.
Txaamsm wanted cockles, clams, seaweed right now, so he went on his way to find the reason the tide wasn't going out.
Cockles, clams, crabs, it all sounds so good right now. I'm going to go find out why the tide is low only once a month.
He came upon a big house. He looked in the house. Inside was a mean old woman. She was holding a tide line up and wouldn't let it out until she wanted food from the beach.
Wow, I see this woman holds the tide line until she is hungry, which only seems to be once a month. That's not fair.
Txaamsm had to come up with a plan. He walked back and forth in front of her house and started rubbing his belly and said, "Oh boy, I can't have any more cockles, clams, seaweed, and crabs. I have had enough." Tide Woman came out of her house. She was all angry and she said, "What are you talking about, Txaamsm? There was no way you can be doing this."
Oh boy, I can't have any more cockles, clams, crabs, and seaweed. I have had enough.
What are you talking about, Txaamsm? That is not possible. You can have been eating all those foods. I hold the tide line. I'm the only one that holds the tide line.
She wasn't paying attention, and Txaamsm tripped her, and he threw sand in her eyes. When the sand hit her eyes, she let go of the tide line.
Ow! My eyes! That stings!
When the people of the earth had seen that the tide was way out, they rushed down and started collecting all cockles, clams, seaweed, crabs that they could. When Txaamsm had seen that they had had enough cockles, clams, crab, and he had his fill, he went back to see Tide Woman.
Txaamsm, what have you done? Please heal my eyes.
Tide Woman said, "What have you done to me, Txaamsm? Please heal my eyes." Txaamsm says, "Okay, I will heal your eyes if you promise me one thing." Tide woman replied, anything, anything at all, Captain. Just heal my eyes.
Okay, I will heal your eyes if you promise me one thing.
Anything. Anything at all. Please, just heal my eyes.
Txaamsm said, I will heal your eyes if you promise to let the tide out twice a day so that people of the earth may gather things off the beach as they please.
I will heal your eyes if you promise to let the tide out twice a day so that the people of the earth may gather things off the beach as they please.
Yes, Txaamsm. As you wish.
It is because of this promise from Tide Woman that the tides now go out twice a day.
My name is Pat Wheel, and I'm going to read you the story of Txaamsm Steals Fire. One day, Txaamsm was off fishing. He caught a fish, he took a bite, he spit it out. I'm tired of eating raw fish, so he went on his way to find how he could make it tastier.
Ew, gross. I'm tired of eating raw fish. I'm gonna find out a way to make it taste better.
Txaamsm came upon a squirrel. He said, "Hey squirrel, I hear there's a chief who cooks his fish. Where can I find him?" The squirrel replied that he knew of a chief who had fire to cook fish, but he was the only one who had fire. Txaamsm thought of a plan. He thought that maybe, if he came up with a new dance, he could be invited to the chief's house.
Hello, squirrel. I hear there's a chief who cooks his fish. Where can I find him?
Yes, my cousin lives near the tree by the chief's house. He says he cooks all of his food with fire. That's the only human person I've ever heard of having fire.
Thank you, squirrel. I need to come up with a way to get into the chief's house. I've got it. I will transform myself into a log. No, that won't work. I've got it. I will transform myself into the chief's beautiful daughter. No, that won't work either. I know. I will come up with a new dance. A new and beautiful dance that no one has ever seen before. That will get me invited into the chief's house.
So he called all the animals of the forest together and told them he wanted to learn a brand new dance that no one had ever seen before. First up were the bears. They had started to sing their song and started to dance. Claptrap thought, this is a good dance, but it's not quite what he was looking for.
Animals of the forest, will you help me create a new dance? A dance that no one has ever seen before?
Txaamsm, we are the bears. Here's our dance and our song. We hope you enjoy them.
Txaamsm bears, that was good, but I don't think that is the one.
Next up were the crows. They sang their noisy song and danced. Claptrap said, this was a good dance, but I don't want to use it right now. Maybe I will use it later.
Crows, would you like to share a song and a dance?
Yes, Txaamsm. Here's the crows. Here's our song and our dance. Hope you enjoy them.
Txaamsm crows, that was good, but I don't think I want to use that one right now.
Then next came the seagulls. They started their song, they were dancing, and they did what seagulls do best, and that is to poop. Claptrap said he can't walk around pooping all over the ground. That would be just too embarrassing.
Seagulls, would you like to share a song and a dance?
Yes! Seagulls! Claptrap, you're the seagulls.
This is our song and our dance. We hope you enjoy them.
Yes,
Yes. Seagulls. That was interesting. I don't think that is the one.
The last up were the deer. Back in that time, the deer were all white and had long, beautiful flowing tails. When they started their song and they started to dance, their tails flowed behind them and mesmerized Claptrap. He said, "This is the dance I will do for the chief." So he made himself regalia with long, beautiful flowing tails to use when he danced.
Dear, would you like to share a song and a dance?
Yes, Txaamsm. We are the deer. This is our dance, and this is our song. We hope you enjoy them.
Txaamsm, dear, that was beautiful. I've never seen anything like it. That is the one.
You're welcome, Txaamsm.
Well, the time came and Txaamsm had gone to the chief who holds the fire's house, and he called out to the chief. The chief, of course, had heard of Txaamsm and his trickster ways, and he had said to Txaamsm, "No, I will not invite you in. I heard of your tricks and how you trick tide women. I heard of your adventures when you release the sun, the moon, and the stars. You will not trick me, Txaamsm, because I am not inviting you into my house."
Hello? Anyone home? Great and wonderful chief? Are you home?
Why, hello there, Txaamsm. What are you doing here?
I have a new dance to show you. No one has ever seen it before. May I come in?
Oh no, Txaamsm. I've heard of how you trick poor tide women and of your wild adventures of releasing the sun, moon, and stars. You will not trick me, Txaamsm, because I am not inviting you in.
Oh, come on, Chief. I won't trick you. Those are just a little misunderstandings. And, well, things happen. Please let me come in and show you the dance. It's brand new. No one has seen it before, ever. Okay, Txaamsm, replied the chief, but no tricks.
Come on, chief. I know my past can make people think, but I'm up to good things, honest things. I just really wanted to show you the dance.
Okay, Txaamsm. Fine. I will let you into my home. Absolutely no tricks, Txaamsm. You hear me?
Okay, chief.
So the chief had invited Txaamsm in, but Txaamsm said, "I want to invite my friends in as well." The chief agreed and invited in the bears, the crows, the seagulls, as well as the deer.
You are welcome into my home, Txaamsm.
Thank you. I would also like to invite in my friends. Would that be all right?
Yes, that would be fine. Welcome, crows, deers, bears. Welcome into my home.
After the great feast, it was time for the dancing to begin. Txaamsm had started to sing the song, and the deer came out to dance. They danced around the fire in the middle of the room. Txaamsm put on his regalia with a beautiful long flowing tail and joined them. started to dance around the fire, and he got closer and closer. Soon, he was jumping into the fire. He was getting lower and lower to the fire, trying to catch his tail on fire. When he caught it on fire, he let the animals know that now was the time to go forward with his plan. Txaamsm ran to the door with his tail on fire. The bear quickly came in behind and blocked the door so that no one could get out. The crows flew around the room causing chaos. The seagulls started pooping all over
One day there was a village. They were quickly running out of food.
Hey, you, that's mine!
Is there any more left?
No, child, we have to save what we have left.
They only had enough food to feed themselves for 2 to 3 days. They would have to send out people to go gather as much food as they could. And the people started to notice that there were less and less people returning from the forest. They all gathered in the longhouse to see what was going on. People told of a terrible monster that was out in the woods. He was large, covered in hair, and a long snout. He would grab people and stick them with his snout and suck out all their blood, leaving them for dead.
I was out in the great forest looking for food when I turned a corner and saw my cousin being devoured by a beast. He's covered in dark hair and a long snout. This beast used his snout to suck my cousin's blood. I was horrified and ran all the way back to the village. This beast is sucking the life out of our men and eating them. We have to stop him!
What are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do?
People were scared. What are we going to do? Can't go out there. The monster will get us. But if we don't go out there, we'll starve to death. What are we going to do? Well, the chief had 3 wonderful sons. First son was strong. He managed to take on 5 men with his bare hands, and he beat them all. Surely he could take on this terrible monster. So they all agreed to send him on his way.
I'm glad that you are going. I would go with you, you know, but I'm getting too old.
Thank you, Dad. I'll make you all proud.
The strong son had got himself all pumped up and ready to go, went off to the forest, never to be seen again. The people were worried. They again gathered with the chief and agreed that the chief's second son would go. He was the best warrior in the entire village. He once put on his armor, took his shield, spear, and knife, and took out 10 men with his weapons. He was the greatest warrior the village had ever seen.
Thank you for going to seek vengeance on my cousin's death. I would go with you, but I was already out there once, and I just barely escaped the monster the first time. I don't want to chance it again.
Oh, don't worry, brother. That is why I am going. I'll do that quickly, and the monster will no longer plague our food supply and our forest.
The chief's second son had gathered all his armor, spear, shield, and knife, and he went on his way to take on this terrible monster. He was never seen again. By this time, the people were all frantic. What are we going to do? We sent our strongest man, and he never came back. We sent our best warrior, and he never came back. What are we going to do?
What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I'm worried for my village. I'm worried for my children. I'm worried for my grandchildren. We need to find food for our people. We need help.
It was during all the shouting that the chief's youngest son stepped up and said, I'll go.
I can do it. I will go. Yeah, right.
We need someone stronger.
Powerful.
The people said, yeah, son, sit down. You are nowhere near as good as your brothers. You aren't strong. You aren't great with weapons. What are we going to do?
What are we going to do?
What are we going to do? I will go.
Sure.
The boy again stepped up and said, I'll go. By this time, the people were willing to do anything. They didn't want to starve or have their blood sucked by this terrible monster. So they all agreed to send out this little boy.
We need you. You are our last hope. Let him go.
Well, this young boy had one thing that his brothers didn't have. Sure, he wasn't strong. Sure, he wasn't great with weapons. But he did have brains. He went out there and stood at the edge of the forest and he started to think. And then he came up with a great idea. He started to dig a big hole, and he took branches, leaves, and started to cover the hole until it looked like nothing was there. He then called out, "Hey, monster! Come and get me!"
Hey, monster! Monster! I dare you come out first to get me. Bet you can't get me.
The monster came out. He was covered in hair. He had a big, long snout. He went to grab the young boy. Before he could reach the boy, he fell into the hole.
Ha! I got you.
The boy quickly threw a huge bag over the monster and tied the end tight. Then started to drag the monster back to the village.
Man, you are so heavy. Brother was here. Wait, maybe he is.
The monster was big, so it took him a long time to drag the bag back. And when he got back to the village, everyone was happy. They built a huge fire in the middle of town, started dancing and singing, shouting, "Yay, we got the monster!" During all this, someone got curious as to what was inside the bag. He went over and untied the bag. What he saw in the bag scared him so much that he left the bag open and ran away. Now, three things happened. First of all, what was actually in the bag wasn't what was put in the bag. Secondly, it was very angry. And thirdly, it was very hungry. The monster started grabbing people left and right, picking them up so much. Then someone had the idea to stop the monster by chopping him up. Chop him up! Everyone grabbed what they could and they started to hack away at the monster. They chopped him up into little tiny pieces.
Whew, can't believe that happened.
I know. What just happened? Our celebration was great. And then that child had to be so curious about the monster in the bag.
I'm so happy you did.
He killed the monster. The people were happy again because they managed to kill the monster until someone noticed that one of the monster's hands started to move. It crawled over and started sucking out the blood of people. Then the head started to move. It crawled over and started sucking out all of the blood of people.
Throw it in the fire!
Throw it in the fire! They shouted, and they all gathered all the parts of the monster, threw them into the fire. When they threw the entire monster into the fire, it exploded all over. Little pieces of the monster fell all over the village. We killed the monster. Each one of those little pieces had taken on the original form of that terrible monster, covered in hair, with a long snout, their sole purpose in life to suck the blood of human beings and eat them alive. And that's how we got the skills.
Fatni ko na hao. Ada kinam ko wilai sum shagel distit ni we hele. Waiwa. Shagawi. San Txaamsm. This is the way it was for the ancestors. Remember what I have told you today and pass it on. The end. May your names always be good. San Txaamsm.
We could not have done this show without. They spent many hours either sewing or building, and I don't know what I would do without these people. Marcia Shearer, Betsy Booth, and Brock Fries. Do you mind coming up with these?